I had such great plans for this video today. It would have been a longer video about a story I experienced in my life. I would have made new music for underneath it. I would film it differently. I was even learning to use a new program for creating new intro animations. Everything was thought of and planned, and some things even finished. Listen to the music underneath this video. But then I got sick. Nothing bad, just a flu. But the setback itself, that's something I cannot handle all that well. It can be several things: sickness, depression, something I was looking forward to being cancelled, but also stress because of something that is about to happen, but just takes forever, change of plans. All of these things I experience as setbacks. And when I experience a setback, I'm completely out of it. I'm out of breath, I don't have any energy left, both physically as mentally. I can push myself out of it on those moments. For instance, when I have still got something important to do. But that always comes at a cost of my recovery. The more I make an effort to keep on going and trying to accomplish anything, the harder it gets to have a speedy recovery. A recovery from sickness or stress, which often follows these kinds of setbacks, isn't made any easier because of the difficulty I have with setbacks itself. I tend to have completely collapsed, and all the healthy habits I fought so hard to achieve are nowhere to be found. And it's those healthy habits that are so important to help me get a speedy recovery. When I make an effort to consciously take a few steps in some of my habits, I can retain a little control over my recovery and myself. In any case, I'm fully aware that when I'm out of it, it will take longer than with other people to get back on my feet. But even then, I'm not back at the same level that I was before the setback. I may have healed, recovered from sickness or depression, or no longer under stress, but I still need to rebuild my former healthy habits. Because in the time I was recovering, I did lose a part of those habits. I feel like I need to learn to walk again. And that's frustrating, because I know I could do that before the setback. It's a real risk because of the frustration I have the opportunity to fall back into the stress and depression. So instead of that, I need to focus on that I can accomplish on this moment and build on that. This does mean it takes much longer for me to function as I did before the setback. I've tried and forced it to do everything back in the same rhythm as before, but I was never able to keep that up. And when the next setback came along, it became all the harder to get back on my feet. At this point, I've noticed that I'm able to pick up my old healthy habits much faster than I did before. Just because I'm not pressuring it, but rather try to find the edge of what I'm able to do and push it a little when I can. Keeping rest when I've gotten setback has become a big contributing factor to getting back on my feet as well. But when it would have been great if those setbacks don't have such an impact on me to begin with. I've got plenty to learn in that area. Maybe you have some tips for me. I'd love to hear them. You can share them in the comments underneath this video. And then I will be getting back to making that video I'd love to share. See you then.